According to Forbes magazine, over 1 million books are published every year. And less than 1% of those books ever impact the world. Let me say that again. Over 1 million books are published, and only 1% ever impact the world. So what's happening here? I have a secret formula that will get you out of that 99% of the forgotten books. This is the secret formula that the most successful authors and thought leaders follow. Would you like to learn this formula today? Great, you're in the right place. My name is Andrea Albright. I am the thought leader publisher. I didn't always start off knowing about publishing and writing books. I actually started my career in corporate America. I was bought into the dream that if you get a good job, you work really hard, you make lots of money, and that's going to make you happy, right? Has anybody else ever heard that dream? Yeah. Well, I started to work, I started to get awards, and then I started to get recognition. And I started to get more and more commissions. Making more and more money drove me. At 24 years old, I was on the 26th floor of my office building in beautiful Glendale, California. I was the third top salesperson in the entire country of a Fortune 500 company. Everyone kept saying, "Andrea, you're so successful. You have so much going for you at such a young age." But I didn't feel successful. My favorite time of the day was in the evening when everyone would go home. That's when I could take off my mask and I would crawl under my desk. And I remember holding my heart in fetal position. And I would just hold my heart and cry. I kept saying, "Is this it? Is this what it's supposed to be about?" And my heart kept saying, "No, it's not it." I didn't know it at the time, but I was having a nervous breakdown. It eventually got harder and harder for me to even go into the office. Finally, I had to make the decision. I walked away from a 6-figure career to become a health coach. I realized I wanted to help women get healthy. I used to be an abusive yo-yo dieter. I struggled with my weight and my self-esteem. And my heart said, if you can help other women find that joy of health inside of them, then you're going to be fulfilled. So I started to put my services out there. I said, "Hey, who wants to work with me?" Nobody hired me. Well, I go, okay, I need a certification. I need some more credentials. Still, nobody hired me. At the point where I was almost completely destitute and broke, all my credit cards were maxed out, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go back to corporate America. That's when I met my mentor. My mentor changed everything for me. He said, "Andrea, if you want to help people, you need to write a book." I said, "Write a book? I struggle with writing an email." He said, "Well, figure it out. You have 30 days. I trusted the process because he had created a $100 million company. I believed that if he could even give me a percentage of what he knew, I would be on the track to 7 figures. I wrote my book, and then I came back to him and said, "Okay, now what?" He goes, "Well, now you need to get it out there. You need to build a website. You need to market it. You need to share your message with the world." I don't know anything about that. For years, I struggled. I started to take courses in web design, web development, online marketing, and I learned that there are people out there who don't have the solution. There were people who would take my money without offering the value in return. That's when I made a decision. I am going to seek out the absolute best, the best mentors, the best communities, and I am only going to learn from the top. That strategy turned out to work very well. Today, I've written over 25 books. Every time I publish a book, I got better at the marketing. I eventually learned that the marketing starts before you ever write the book, and that all top authors, celebrities, and thought leaders know this. Wow, what a huge awakening. I've devoted my life to learning marketing so that I could reach the millions of women who are struggling with their bodies and with their self-esteem. Today, I have over 10 million views on YouTube. I have hundreds of thousands of followers. I have an endless stream of clients. And Women's Health and Fitness magazine, the #1 fitness magazine in the world, put me on the cover. And they said, "You are a thought leader in women's health." That thought leader status has changed everything. I no longer have to seek out deals or opportunities. They come to me, including a partnership with QVC, which is the 4th largest retailer and distributor in the world. This kind of success doesn't happen by accident. It happens with strategy and implementation of that strategy. Some of my entrepreneur friends and colleagues started asking me, "Andrea, could you help me with my marketing and with my book?" And I realized I do want to help other thought leaders. And today I am helping thought leaders to publish their books in 90 days and build the online marketing machine so that they can share their message with the world. One of my success stories, her name is Julianne. She came to me because she had already written a book and she knew the process of struggling for months and months and months and then putting it out there and not reaching the amount of people she wanted to reach, and she wanted to raise the quality of her brand. She said, "Andrea, I want to work with you because I'm stuck. I have Post-it notes all over my office, and I just can't get it to come together." So we have published her book at Beverly Hills Publishing Firm. 90 days later, she secured a keynote speech in front of a committee of over 300 CEOs and executives. Every one of those people are getting a copy of her book. She is now serving the people she wants to serve. She has raised the quality of her brand, and she is known as the one and only thought leader in her industry. Not everyone takes this path. I have a dear friend. She's so brilliant, so heart-centered, has so many gifts to share with the world. She has an amazing book, but she made the mistake that 99% of authors make. She wrote the book, and then she started to try to market it. By that time, it's too late. You need to be in touch with the market. You need to be on the pulse of the market. And instead of speaking to where they are now, you need to speak to them to where they are going. That's what a thought leader does. So if you know that you have a message to share and you just can't get it out, if you know that the quality of your time is more valuable than spending months and months or even years of your life struggling to write a book without any possibility that it may work or not, then you are the person who I am here to serve. I have created the Thought Leader Publishing Package. It is a 90 days done program. You don't even write a word. Me and my team work with the marketing message, and we actually ghostwrite the book with your ideas and content that comes from an interview. When you know that your time is so valuable and that writing is not your zone of genius, you don't have to struggle. And your market can't wait. It's my passion and my mission to help every thought leader to share their message with the world. If I could go back and tell that young girl who was holding her heart under her desk, I would tell her that you have a gift inside of you that's meant to be shared. It can feel like a curse and a burden until you share it with the world. And every day that you're not sharing your message, not only are you not living on your purpose, but the people you are meant to serve are not receiving your gifts. Today is the day to share your message and to know that your heart matters. Thank you.